The Boy Who Survived 66 Days at Sea. Short script. Imagine being lost in the middle of the vast ocean, with no food, no shelter, and no one around to save you. This is the incredible true story of Aldi Novel Adilang, a boy who survived 66 days alone at sea. Beginning. Aldi, 18, lived in a small coastal village in Indonesia. His job was to watch over a floating fish trap, staying alone for days at a time. One day, a violent storm hit, tearing his platform away. Aldi found himself stranded in the open ocean, with only a few supplies. Struggle. The first days were terrifying. The sun scorched his skin, and nights were freezing. Water and food ran out quickly. Aldi caught fish with a small hook and collected rainwater. He tried to signal passing ships with smoke, but no one noticed. Mental battle. The physical struggle was intense, but the mental challenge was even greater. Alone and scared, Aldi prayed constantly, staying hopeful despite the odds. He reminded himself survival depended on effort and faith. Turning point. Days turned into weeks. On the 66th day, he finally spotted a ship. Using his last bit of strength, he lit a signal fire and shouted for help. The crew saw him and rescued him just in time. Aldi survived 66 days at sea, thousands of kilometers from home. His story is a testament to hope, courage, and resilience. Against all odds, he returned to his family alive, reminding us that even in the darkest moments, miracles are possible. That's an incredibly powerful true story. Here is a short script based on the narrative you provided. I've broken it down into scenes with simple stage directions to help visualize the action and drama. The Boy Who Survived 66 Days at Sea. Characters. Aldi, 18. Captain, 50s, kind. Crew member, 30s. Scene 1. The Fish Trap. Night. Setting. A floating wooden raft, a rompong, anchored far out in the Indonesian Sea. It has a small shelter. It is raining and wind howls. Aldi, 18, is trying to secure a rope. Sound, furious wind, heavy rain, crashing waves. Aldi, shouting over the storm. Hold fast! You can't break loose! A massive wave slams into the raft. The anchor rope snaps with a sharp crack. The raft lurches violently. Aldi, eyes wide with panic. No! No! The small light on the raft flickers and goes out, plunging the scene into near total darkness, save for flashes of lightning. The raft is now adrift. Fade out.
Scene 2. Open Ocean, Day 10. Setting, the raft, now battered. The sun is scorching. Aldi is severely sunburned, his lips cracked. He looks exhausted. There are a few dried fish bones next to him. Sound, gentle lapping of water, distant cries of seabirds. Aldi holds a small, empty plastic bottle, staring at it desperately. Aldi, water. I need water. He carefully sets the bottle on a tarp to catch the occasional drip of condensation. He picks up a tiny, crude fish hook and line. Aldi, to himself, must catch something. Must. He closes his eyes, clasps his hands, and murmurs a prayer in Indonesian. He opens his eyes, a flicker of fierce determination replacing the fear. Survival is effort. Survival is faith. He casts the line into the vast blue ocean. Scene 3. Open Ocean, Day 50. Setting. Weeks later, Aldi is dangerously thin. The raft is mostly stripped bare. He's sitting, head bowed. He's mentally and physically spent. Sound, oppressive silence broken only by the movement of the waves. Aldi sees a distant freighter on the horizon. His eyes light up. Aldi shouts weakly, "Ship! A ship!" He desperately scrambles for a small pile of dried wood and cloth he saved. He tries to ignite it with a makeshift friction device. After several frantic attempts, a tiny wisp of smoke appears. Aldi, coughing, tears mixing with sweat. "Look! Look this way!" The ship sails on, shrinking to a dot on the horizon. It never changes course. Aldi, voice breaking. "They didn't see me. They didn't see me." He collapses back onto the wooden planks, staring up at the empty sky. Scene 4. Rescue. Day 66. Setting. The same raft. Early morning. Aldi is barely conscious. Sound. Loud, deep ship horn. The rumble of a large vessel. Aldi's eyes flutter open. A massive cargo ship is bearing down on him. He sees a chance. Aldi, a sudden primal surge of adrenaline. He uses his last strength to reignite a signal fire. He grabs a piece of wood and waves it wildly. "Hey! Hey!" On the deck of the large ship, the captain and a crew member are looking through binoculars. Crew member, "Captain, I see something. Smoke. And is that a boy?" Captain, lowering the binoculars, stunned. "My God, he's alive. Bring us around. Lower a line. Get him out of the water, now." The large ship maneuvers. A rescue rope is lowered to the raft. Aldi clings to it with everything he has left. Fade to black. Epilogue, voiceover. Aldi. I survived 66 days at sea, thousands of kilometers from home. There were moments I thought I couldn't go on, but I held on to the hope that my family was waiting, that I would see them again. Even in the darkest moments, courage and faith made a miracle possible.
That's a great idea. Adapting the script for a voiceover narration will make it perfect for a trailer or short documentary segment. Here is the narrative organized with clear cues for the voiceover artist, VO, and accompanying sound design. Mental battle. The physical struggle was intense, but the mental challenge was even greater. Alone and scared, he prayed constantly, holding on to the belief that survival depended on effort and faith. Turning point. Days turned into weeks. 50 days, 60 days. On the 66th day, thousands of kilometers from home, he finally spotted a ship. Using his very last bit of strength, he lit one final signal fire and shouted for help. Conclusion. The crew saw him. They rescued him just in time.